Are you tired of struggling just to survive, even though you work hard and follow all the rules? Do you feel like there's something strange about how money works, but you can't quite figure out what it is? Well, get ready to have your mind blown, because today we're uncovering the truths they don't want you to know about money. So relax and prepare to have your entire financial worldview turned upside down. Don't fall for the myth that you can get rich just by studying hard, working harder, and saving everything you earn. That's a guaranteed path to staying poor forever. Have you ever met a millionaire who built their wealth solely from their salary? To put it simply, the traditional path of education, employment, and saving that we're taught to follow is not the way to achieve financial success. It only keeps us trapped in a cycle of dependence and scarcity. The wealthy, the ones who control the system, don't want us to know the truth about money or how it's created. They want us to stay poor and powerless so they can continue to exploit and profit from us. In this video, you'll learn the truth about how money really works and how you can use that truth to your advantage. You'll discover the secrets nobody tells you about building wealth from scratch and how to finally escape the rat race. I'll share 6 powerful methods to help you create multiple streams of income, make smart investments, and leverage other people's money. By the end of this video, you'll understand that becoming wealthy doesn't require a high-paying job, a college degree, or a huge savings account. What you need are the right skills, strategies, and mindset. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more valuable insights. Let's start by breaking down a common misconception. Many people believe the global economy is controlled solely by the governments of the world's biggest nations. But let's dig into the truth they don't want you to know, how money and wealth are actually built from the ground up. Now, let's dive into a fascinating topic that often sparks heated debates: the global economy. Imagine the global economy as a vast ocean where different players swim together to create a complex ecosystem. While governments play a significant role, they don't have full control over this ocean. It's a dynamic, interconnected system involving governments, financial institutions, corporations, and even us, the individuals. The decisions of one country can ripple through and affect economies all over the world. However, it's important to understand that government policy isn't the only force at play. Trade agreements, technological advancements, market forces, and consumer behavior all influence the global economy. Think of it like a giant puzzle. Each piece represents a different element of the global economy. Governments hold some pieces, but they don't have the full picture. Financial institutions, like banks, investment firms, and central banks, also hold major pieces, shaping monetary policy and capital flow. Multinational corporations have an enormous influence too. These giants operate across borders, driving innovation, creating jobs, and generating massive wealth. Their actions can move markets and impact entire economies. But what about us? Are we just passive players in this global economic dance? Absolutely not. Our choices, what we consume, where we invest, and how we spend, collectively shape the economy. When we support local businesses or invest in sustainable companies, we contribute to reshaping the economic landscape in our own way. So it's clear, the global economy is a collaborative effort, with many players acting in concert. While governments do have substantial policy power, they must navigate a complex web of interactions, balancing national interests, managing fiscal responsibilities, and reacting to global economic pressures. You might be wondering why this misconception that governments control everything is so widespread. One reason could be the visibility of government actions. We're constantly hearing about tax policies, trade deals, and international negotiations on the news. It's natural to assume governments are the primary drivers of economic outcomes. But remember, the global economy is like a symphony, with many instruments playing in harmony to create a powerful composition. Each player, government, financial institutions, corporations, and individuals, contributes to the overall melody. Understanding this complexity helps us see the bigger picture and make smarter financial decisions. It reminds us that we do have power, even as individuals, to shape our financial destiny within this global economic landscape. So, next time, when you hear someone claim that governments control the entire global economy, you'll now be armed with the knowledge to engage in meaningful conversation. Remember, it's not about pointing fingers, it's about recognizing the collective forces that shape our financial world. So, who really controls all of our money and why? Let's uncover the next truth they never tell you about money. All right, let's dive into a fascinating topic that often leaves us questioning who truly holds the reins of our financial system. You might think it's the government or some shadowy elite group, but the truth is more precise than that. So, who really controls our money and why? The answer lies in financial institutions, banks, investment firms, and central banks. These entities play a major role in controlling our money. They possess immense power and influence over the global economy. They can create money, regulate interest rates, and manipulate capital flow. But why do they hold so much control? It all comes down to the nature of our financial system. At its core, money is a belief system. We collectively agree to give value to pieces of paper and digital numbers on a screen. Financial institutions act as guardians of this belief system. They maintain the trust and stability required for our financial transactions to operate smoothly. Central banks, for instance, are responsible for issuing currency, setting interest rates, and managing monetary policy. Their goal is to keep prices stable and ensure the overall health of the economy. Their decisions affect businesses, governments, and individuals alike. Commercial banks, on the other hand, are where most of us store our money. They facilitate transactions, provide loans, and offer various financial services. When we deposit money into a bank, we're essentially trusting them to keep our funds safe and accessible. In return, banks use a portion of those deposits to lend to others, earning profits through interest. Investment firms and hedge funds also play a huge role in the control of our money. They manage large pools of capital by investing in financial instruments like stocks, bonds, and derivatives. Their decisions can influence markets, shift stock prices, and impact the broader economy. So, why do these financial institutions have such immense control over our money? One reason is that they possess the specialized resources and infrastructure needed to navigate the complex world of finance. They have access to vast networks of market data and advanced technology that enable them to make informed decisions and maximize investment returns. Additionally, financial institutions are powerful because of the structure of our capitalist economic system. The system relies on the movement of money and the pursuit of profit. It's through these institutions that capital is allocated, businesses are funded, and economic growth is driven. As a result, these institutions wield significant influence over how wealth and resources are distributed. But here's the good news. We can empower ourselves through financial knowledge. By understanding our investment options and seeking opportunities to grow our wealth, we can begin to level the playing field and take control of our financial lives. Learning how to navigate the complexities of the financial system is key to achieving your own goals. Now that you know who's really in control, let's talk about how you can take control of your financial future by discovering the next truth they don't want you to know about money. By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far and want more content like this, type the word "more" in the comments so I know. Are you tired of feeling like you have no control over your financial future? Well, my friend, the power to take control is already within you. It all begins with a shift in mindset, a transition from passive acceptance to active empowerment. It's time to break free from the belief that you're destined to be a slave to money and embrace the truth. You have the power to create wealth and financial abundance. So how do you take control of your financial future? It starts with education, self-education. You must become a lifelong student of money. Read books, attend seminars, listen to podcasts, and surround yourself with people who have achieved financial success. Learn from their experiences, absorb their wisdom, apply their strategies to your own life. Next, it's vital to set clear financial goals.
What does financial independence mean to you? Is it the ability to retire early, travel the world, start your own business? Define your goals and create a roadmap to reach them. Break them into actionable steps and track your progress along the way. Building a solid financial foundation is essential. This means managing your expenses, creating a budget, and living within your means.
It means being mindful of where your money goes and making intentional decisions about your spending. Remember, every dollar you save is one step closer to financial freedom. Investing is another key element in taking control of your financial future. Saving alone isn't enough. You need to make your money work for you. Educate yourself on various investment options like stocks, real estate, mutual funds, or even starting your own business. Diversify your investments and take calculated risks that align with your financial goals. Don't underestimate the power of perseverance and patience. Building wealth takes time and effort. There will be ups and downs along the way, but staying focused and consistent is essential. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is financial independence. Stay committed to your goals, make adjustments when necessary, and never lose sight of the vision you have for your financial future. Now that we've cleared up some myths, let's explore 6 methods that will help you build wealth from the ground up. The first method is to take control and protect your money. Imagine yourself as a skilled fisherman venturing into the vast ocean to catch the most valuable fish. As you cast your net, you know that sly sharks, greedy seagulls, and sneaky crabs are lurking, waiting for the perfect moment to steal your precious catch. Just like that fisherman, it's vital that you protect your hard-earned money from financial predators that may try to take advantage of you. You might be wondering, how do I protect my money? Well, it all starts with one important step: tracking your income, expenses, and savings. Yes, it might sound boring, but trust me, it's the foundation of financial control.
To me, this is the foundation of financial security. By keeping a close eye on your finances, you gain a clear understanding of how much money you're earning, where it's going, and how much you're saving. Tracking your income means knowing exactly how much money is flowing into your bank account, from your salary, side hustles, or any sources of passive income you may have. When you have a comprehensive view of your income, you can identify opportunities to increase it and make informed financial decisions. Saving is the foundation of financial stability. Monitoring your savings is essential because it shows how much progress you're making toward your financial goals. It's not just about setting aside part of your income, it's about actively tracking and growing your savings over time. Watching your savings grow is incredibly motivating and reinforces the importance of protecting your hard-earned money. But tracking your money is only half the battle. You also need to protect it from clever individuals who may try to exploit your finances. Just like a fisherman must defend his catch from predators, you must shield your money from financial leeches. These could come in the form of shady investment schemes, predatory lenders, or even unethical individuals looking to take advantage of your trust. So how do you protect your money? Education is your greatest weapon. By educating yourself on investment strategies, financial literacy, and consumer protection, you become better equipped to spot potential threats and make smart decisions. Stay informed. Keep up with the latest financial news, research investment opportunities thoroughly, and consult trusted experts when needed. Also, be cautious of unsolicited offers that promise quick riches or guaranteed returns. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Take the time to do your due diligence. Seek advice from reliable financial advisors and trust your instincts. Embrace the role of a vigilant fisherman, tracking and protecting your financial resources with unwavering determination. Remember, your money is a valuable asset, and by keeping a close watch, you can navigate the financial waters with confidence and ensure a secure, prosperous future. Now, let's move on to the next method that will help you build a fortune from scratch. Don't just store your money in the bank, but put it to work for you. This method is truly eye-opening. Many of us were raised to believe that the best way to manage our money is to save it in a bank. We're taught to work hard, save diligently, and trust that the bank will take care of our money. But here's the thing. They're not really working for us. They're working for themselves. Think about it. Have you ever wondered how banks become so incredibly rich? It's because they use other people's money to grow their own fortunes. They lend out the money you deposit and earn interest from borrowers while giving you a tiny return on your savings. See the imbalance? So if we want to break free from the cycle of working hard and saving pennies, it's time to shift our mindset. Instead of simply parking your money in a bank, you need to make your money work for you. But how? Let me explain. The key is to become an investor, not just a saver. Now, I get it. The word investor can sound intimidating, but it's not as complicated as it seems. Investing simply means putting your money into assets or ventures that have the potential to grow and generate a return. It's about making strategic choices that can multiply your wealth over time. I'm not saying you should throw all your money into risky investments without a plan. That's not the goal here. What I'm saying is make smart, informed decisions that align with your financial goals and your risk tolerance. One option is to explore the world of stocks and bonds. Investing in the stock market allows you to become a partial owner of companies you believe in. When those companies perform well, the value of your shares increases, and you benefit from that growth. Bonds work differently. They're a way to lend money to governments or corporations in exchange for interest income. But investing goes beyond just stocks and bonds. There are many other paths you can explore. Real estate investment trusts, mutual funds, ETFs, and even starting your own business. The key is to diversify your investments and build a portfolio that fits your financial goals and your level of risk tolerance. Now, I understand that investing comes with risks. That's why it's essential to educate yourself and seek professional advice when needed. But here's the thing. If you keep your money locked away in a savings account, you're actually losing in the long run.
The potential to increase your wealth is like keeping your money in a jar buried in the backyard. Sure, it's safe, but it's not going to grow. By making your money work for you through strategic investments, you open the door to growth and passive income. You allow your money to do the heavy lifting, so to speak. It's about leveraging the power of compounding and long-term wealth accumulation. Remember, becoming an investor doesn't mean you need to be a financial genius or have a huge sum of money to start. You can begin with small steps like investing in low-cost index funds or setting up an automatic investment plan. The key is simply to start and to be consistent. That said, let's move on to our next method for building wealth from scratch. Don't be afraid to borrow money and learn to use debt and taxes to your advantage. Now let's dive into one of the most important keys to building wealth: debt and taxes. I know, debt is often a scary word, usually painted in a negative light. Most working-class people try to avoid it out of fear that it will bury them further. But here's the truth. The wealthy understand the power of debt and how to leverage it to their advantage within a tax system that works in their favor. You see, the traditional narrative we learn in school is work hard, save money, stay out of debt, and never borrow again. While that might sound like solid advice, it's not the path the wealthy follow to build fortunes. In fact, you'll rarely find someone who got rich just by saving money. Saving alone doesn't build wealth. So, what's the secret? The truth is, the rich don't use their own money. Instead, they use the credit systems available to them to benefit from other people's money, including yours. That may sound strange at first, but let's break it down. Think about major companies like Hilton Hotels, Apple, or Amazon. When these companies open a new hotel or build a warehouse, they don't rely solely on their own capital. They borrow money from banks even though they could afford to fund the projects themselves. You might ask, why would they go into debt when they can pay for it out of pocket? The answer lies in a fundamental difference in mindset. Poor people think, why would I take out a loan if I can fund it myself? Rich people think, why would I risk my own money when I can use someone else's? It's a subtle shift in perspective that allows them to preserve their wealth and make it work for them. But there's an even deeper reason behind this strategy, one of the biggest secrets to wealth that no one talks about. The wealthy understand that the tax system favors them. They don't pay taxes the same way the working class does. Instead of reporting income, they report debt.
Essentially, they operate their businesses not with their own money, but with yours. Now let's pause for a moment and think about Jeff Bezos, one of the richest individuals on the planet. You might be surprised to learn that he pays less in taxes than you and I do. How is that possible? Here's a simplified explanation. Instead of reporting astronomical income, Bezos, like many wealthy individuals, takes advantage of loopholes in the tax code and structures his financial activities in a way that minimizes taxable income. By using debt as a financial tool and focusing on capital gains instead of traditional income, they can legally reduce their tax obligations significantly. Now let me be clear, this doesn't mean the wealthy are committing tax fraud. They're operating within the rules of the tax system, taking advantage of the laws and structures already in place. It's a system that rewards those who understand its complexity. So, why am I telling you this? Because it's crucial to challenge the traditional narrative around debt and taxes. Instead of fearing debt, it's important to understand how to use it wisely. By borrowing strategically and taking advantage of available tax benefits, you can create wealth-building opportunities that may have once seemed out of reach. Of course, this must be approached with knowledge and responsibility. It's not about taking on reckless amounts of debt or engaging in illegal activity. It's about understanding the rules of the game and playing smart within them. Now let's move on to our next method for building wealth from scratch. Master problem solving, and your financial problems will disappear. Problem solving is like a secret weapon in your journey to build wealth. It's not just about crunching numbers or making impulsive decisions. It's about developing a strategic mindset to face financial challenges head-on. You see, the wealthy approach problems differently. They don't become overwhelmed or frozen by challenges.
Instead, they view problems as opportunities to learn and grow. They understand that every problem has a solution, and they have the confidence to find it. A fundamental aspect of problem solving is adopting a proactive mindset. Rather than waiting for problems to arise, the wealthy anticipate and prepare for potential obstacles. They stay one step ahead by researching, staying informed, and seeking advice from experts in their field. When a problem arises, they don't panic. They take a step back, assess the situation, and break it down into manageable parts. This allows them to focus on effective solutions instead of being overwhelmed by the magnitude of the issue. Another important strategy the wealthy use is seeking alternative perspectives. They know that their own viewpoint can be limited, so they actively seek out different opinions and insights. This broader understanding often leads to innovative solutions they may not have considered otherwise. To master problem solving and overcome financial challenges, you must adopt these strategies. Start by changing your mindset. View problems not as barriers, but as stepping stones to success. Embrace challenges as opportunities to grow and learn. Take a proactive approach. Stay informed about financial trends. Seek knowledge from experts and anticipate possible setbacks. Doing so gives you a competitive edge in finding solutions before problems become overwhelming. When you encounter a financial obstacle, step back and break it down into smaller, manageable pieces. This helps you approach it systematically and stay focused on solving it effectively. Don't be afraid to seek alternative perspectives. Talk to people with different backgrounds and experiences. Their insights may spark new ideas and open doors to solutions you hadn't considered before. All right, now let's move on to the next method that will help you build wealth from scratch. Your reputation in financial matters is your best collateral. Now we're diving into one of the most overlooked yet powerful tools in building wealth, your financial reputation. Many people underestimate the importance of maintaining a strong financial reputation, but it can truly be your most valuable asset on the path to financial success. Let's explore why your reputation matters and how you can monitor and nurture it carefully. In the world of finance, your reputation is like a currency of trust. It's what allows others to have confidence in your financial dealings and opens doors to new opportunities. Just like a good name is precious, a strong financial reputation is priceless. But why is it so important? Let's break it down. Your financial reputation acts as a reference point for others. When you're known for being trustworthy, responsible, and financially savvy, people are more likely to do business with you, invest in your ventures, or extend credit. It's like having a strong personal recommendation that speaks volumes about your character and financial competence. Moreover, your financial reputation directly impacts your access to credit and loans. Lenders and financial institutions rely heavily on your credit history and overall reputation when deciding whether to approve a loan or credit line. If you have a track record of on-time payments, responsible borrowing, and low credit utilization, you're far more likely to secure favorable loan terms and lower interest rates. On the flip side, a damaged reputation can limit your financial options and lead to higher borrowing costs. Now, you may be wondering, how can I monitor and build a strong financial reputation? It's actually simpler than you think. Let's go over a few practical steps. Regularly monitor your credit history. You can do this by obtaining your credit report from reputable credit agencies. Your credit report is like a financial report card that reflects your borrowing and payment history. By reviewing it consistently, you can spot errors, unauthorized accounts, or fraudulent activity that could hurt your reputation. If you find any discrepancies, address them promptly by contacting the credit bureaus and the lenders involved. Beyond monitoring your credit, it's crucial to establish and maintain strong financial habits. Pay your bills on time, manage your debts responsibly, and keep your credit utilization ratio low. These practices demonstrate financial discipline and contribute to a positive reputation. Remember, it's not just about how much you earn or own, it's about how well you manage and honor your financial commitments. Additionally, cultivate relationships with reputable financial professionals. Seek guidance from financial advisors, accountants, and lawyers with a proven track record of integrity and expertise. Their recommendations and mentorship can guide your decisions and further strengthen your financial standing.
Endorsements can significantly enhance your reputation and provide valuable insights into wealth-building strategies. Never underestimate the power of networking and personal connections. Join professional communities, attend financial seminars and conferences, and build relationships with people who share your financial goals. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who value their financial reputation not only gives you valuable insights, but also expands your network of trustworthy contacts. Now, let's move on to the next method. Every decision has its price. This method will help you build a fortune from scratch. All right, wealth builders, it's time to dive deep. This principle lies at the core of how wealthy people approach financial choices. You see, the rich don't make impulsive decisions driven by emotions or short-term gains. Instead, they engage in careful calculations and consider various factors before making a move. When the wealthy borrow money, they do so with confidence and reliability because they understand there's more beneath the surface. They take time to evaluate repayment terms, the potential return on investment, and associated risks. This level of thoughtfulness allows them to make informed decisions aligned with their long-term goals. But it doesn't stop there. They apply the same deliberate approach when investing their own money. They meticulously calculate expected growth and profit potential. They conduct thorough research and analysis to identify companies that show promising signs of productivity increases or cost reduction, positioning themselves for greater returns and long-term success. Now, let's pause to reflect on a powerful insight from the book The Psychology of Money, which I've summarized. You can find the link in the video description. The author states, "Nothing is free. There's always a price to pay." This resonates deeply with the wealthy mindset. They understand that every decision comes with consequences and trade-offs. They embrace the idea that sacrifice and careful consideration are essential components of wealth building. Think of it this way. Imagine you're at a crossroads, with one path offering immediate gratification and the other offering long-term benefits. Wealthy individuals consistently choose the path that aligns with their financial goals, even if it means sacrificing short-term indulgences. They know that delayed gratification and calculated decision-making can lead to extraordinary rewards in the future.
It's important to understand this principle is not about being overly cautious or avoiding all risks. It's about making informed choices based on a full understanding of potential outcomes. The wealthy recognize that taking calculated risks is necessary to build wealth, but they weigh those risks against the potential rewards, adopting the mindset that every decision has its price. You too can start making more deliberate choices on your financial journey. Pause and evaluate the trade-offs before making impulsive purchases or rash investments. Consider the long-term impact of your decisions and whether they align with your ultimate goals. Remember, this principle applies to both large and small decisions, whether it's choosing between a high-end luxury item or investing in your future, or deciding how much to save from each paycheck. Every choice carries consequences. By consistently prioritizing your long-term financial well-being, you'll make decisions that bring you closer to your goals. As we wrap up this informative video, always keep in mind, nothing worthwhile comes for free, and every decision has its price. Building wealth from the ground up requires a holistic understanding of money and a willingness to challenge conventional wisdom. By applying the methods we've discussed and embracing a wealth-building mindset, you can take control of your financial future and create the life you've always dreamed of. Now, if you want to learn about the types of assets that can help you generate income, I highly recommend watching the next video in this series. x.com/playlist list equals UP 1R8508X THTTSQQ52. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.